In this video, we're going to talk about changing the flow of control of your program. So far, we've been talking about programs that execute statements one after another. So you can just take a look at your code and you can scan down the page and you're going to see how the program executes. Now that's not quite true. We have introduced functions, and functions change the flow of control slightly. When you get to a function call, you actually go off, you execute the statements inside the function one by one, then you come back and you keep executing one by one. Now, this makes your programs a little bit more interesting, but I still can't change the flow of control of my program based on values in the program. I might want to do something different based on data that I have available to me inside the program. Okay? So let me illustrate this with a very silly example. Okay? Imagine that I'm a computer and I'm walking around running a computer program, and that computer program tells me to give away $20. Right? So I walk up to you, I say, hey, here's $20, okay? And then I walk to the next person, hey, here's $20. And I walk to the next person, hey, here's $20. Now, if I run this program, I'm going to go broke really quickly, okay? So this is not a very intelligent program. I'd like to behave differently based on who I'm talking to. So perhaps I want to come up to you, you're my friend, I know you need $20. I say, here, go ahead, have $20, okay? Then I walk up to the next person, they're a stranger, I don't know them, I don't want to give them $20, so I don't give them $20. Okay? I want to change my behavior based on who I'm talking to. Now this is what conditionals accomplish in computer programs. You are checking a value in the program, in this case it would be the person that I'm talking to in my silly analogy, all right? And based on that value, you execute different lines of code. So let's see how that works. All right. To illustrate conditionals, I want to use my silly giveaway $20 program. So you can see here I have a function called greet. It takes two arguments. One is going to be a Boolean, whether or not you're my friend. So this is going to be true or false. The other is the amount of money I have. Okay? And then I'm going to do whatever I do when I greet you, and I'm going to return the amount of money I have when I'm done. And so you can see down here I have three calls to greet. And the way I call greet is I pass true or false. So this first call, I'm greeting my friend, and I have however much money I have. When I'm done, I update my money, and then I print it, okay? Then I greet someone who's not my friend over here, so this is false, and then I greet someone who is my friend. Okay, so I start out, let's say I start out with $15, and I walk down the street, and I meet three people. What happens? Well, I go into debt. At least I'm friendly. I say hi to everyone, and I'm in debt for $5, and then I'm in debt for $25, and then I'm in debt for $45. Okay. I'm not a very good money manager, obviously. All right, so let's improve this a little bit. Let's make me slightly more intelligent when I greet people. I'm going to check if you are my friend. And if so, I will do these things. Okay? So in Python, the way that we can alter the flow of control based on the value of data is to use an if statement. All right? And as you would expect from the English word if this is true, then I execute the code in this block. Like all other Python sort of constructs here, I end this with a colon, and then I have a block of indented code. That block of indented code executes, all right, if the predicate, which in this case is friend, is true. Okay, so I have the word if, then I have some Boolean logic expression. In this case, it's just a Boolean variable. Then I have a colon. Then I have a block of code that executes. Now let's try our program again. What happens when I run it now? Well, if you're my friend, I say hi to you and give you $20 and go into debt. Then I meet someone who's not my friend. I don't even say hi. I'm not very friendly to the strangers. Then I say hi to my friend again and go into further debt. Okay, my program's getting better. Now, I don't have to just put a Boolean variable here. Okay, we talked about Boolean logic last time, and there's a reason for that. I can put an arbitrary logic expression here. So let's be even smarter about our money. Let's not just give it away to friends. Let's only give it away if we have it. So if I have more than $20, all right, I will say hi to you and I will give you some money. All right, well, let's try this. I am no longer very friendly, right? I didn't give anybody money. Why? Because I never have $20. So this statement always ends up being false, right? The friend may be true or false, but because it's in an and, if money is not greater than true than 20, then this is going to be false, always making the and expression false. All right, this isn't really what I want, so I can put something else, right? I know what I want to do if you're my friend and I have more than $20, but if you aren't my friend or I don't have more than $20, maybe I still talk to you Don't have the exclamation point. I'm not as happy. I don't have as much money. All right. I'm going to do this otherwise. So else is the Python construct with a colon after it again. Right? And after the colon, I can have an arbitrary block of code. There can be as many statements in here as I want. But else means what you do if the predicate is not true. So if the predicate is true, I run this code. If the predicate is not true, I run that code. Okay, so now what's going to happen? Well, at least I say hello to everybody, but I'm still not giving anybody any money, right? I even say hello to strangers. You know, should I really be doing that? I don't really think I should say hello to strangers. So let's structure this even a little bit slightly more different, all right? There's another construct I can use, and that's called elif, all right? Let's say elif friend, then I talk to you. I say print hello. Otherwise, you're not my friend. Well, I've been friendly throughout this. Let's be mean. I'm going to print haha, and I'm going to mug you. Now, I would never do this, okay, but in the program, let's just pretend. I'm going to take your money. All right? So now, what happened here? What did this elif do? Okay, so first, we execute the if statement. We check if the predicate is true. If the predicate is true, then we execute the block of code underneath the if. And that's it. Then we skip down here to return money. Okay? If the predicate is false in the if statement, we look at the next one, elif. This is a shorthand for else if. So else if this predicate, which is just friend, is true, then I execute this block of code. And I can have as many elifs as I want. I can only have one if and one else, but I can have as many elifs in between if I want. And I don't have to have any elifs, and I don't have to have an else, right? So I print hello here. If this predicate was false, then I go down here, else always works. So no matter what, okay, so this means if I don't have more than $20, then you're my friend, or if you're not just my friend, then I'm going to take your money. All right, not going to be very nice. All right, now let's run this program. What happens now? Okay, first person I walk up to is my friend. I say hello. I'm a little bit sad. Don't have a lot of money, so I keep my $15 then. Second person, haha, I'm going to take your money. Now I have $25. Last person, hey, I'm pretty happy now. I have $25. I say hi, and I give you my money. All right. So you can see that I can alter the flow of control of the program based on values that are in the program. So based on the value of friend and money in this case, and it doesn't matter that they're arguments of the function. This could be anywhere, right? They could be local variables. They could be global variables. I can change what code gets executed. This is a very powerful concept. I want to show you another example of conditionals to help you get the hang of them. Now, in this program, I basically am going to just test if a particular year is a leap year. And so I wrote a function called isLeapYear. And it's a programmer's convention when you're just testing a predicate with a function. You start the function name with the word is. Basically, I'm testing year and returning true or false based on whether or not it is a leap year. Okay? And this function is just one conditional that has several cases. Right? I'm testing 3 different things and returning true or false based on the results of those tests. Now, a leap year test is actually pretty simple if you ignore the corner cases. I need to just check, is the year a multiple of 4? If so, it's a leap year. Otherwise, it's not. So you can see up here, I test year modulo 4 equals 0. This means if I divide the year by 4 and there's no remainder, well, then it's a leap year, so I return true. And if it's not, I execute the else clause and return false. Okay? However, there are these 2 extra cases that if the year is a multiple of 100, then it's not a leap year unless it's also a multiple of 400. Right? Now you'll notice that I have to execute these checks in this order or I will not get the right answer. I have to first check 400, then 100, then 4, and then do the else arm. I invite you to experiment and move these around and find out whether or not you get the right answer. Right? You know that you won't because I told you, but you should at least convince yourself that you understand why. I also have a conditional down here that allows us to print out a nice message based on the result of the isLeapYear function. Okay, so let's run this. Is the year 2100 going to be a leap year? No, it is not. Is the year 2000 going to be a leap year? Yes, it is. Is the year 2012 a leap year? Yes, it is. Is the year 2009, was that a leap year? No, it's not. Okay, and you can play around with this and see that it does catch all the cases by executing these conditional in order, the if, elif, else, you're going to get the right answer in all cases. There are very few interesting programs that execute directly in a straight line. So the concepts of conditional control flow that I've introduced in this video are critically important for pretty much all computer programs. You don't want to give away $20 to everybody you meet, do you? I certainly don't. Okay, so I need to be able to have the ability to change what I do based on the values of data in the program. Okay, and the ability to use arbitrary Boolean logic and predicates gives you a powerful and flexible mechanism to do so. So you're going to be using conditionals to change the code that you execute in your programs throughout the rest of this course and throughout your programming career.